Welcome to Film Pulse Movies. Today, we'll dive into the story of this movie and also take a look at the cast and crew who worked on it. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update. Now, let's get into the video. What happens when a man chooses power, money, and revenge over love, loyalty, and peace? The Gangster is not just a movie, it's a heart-stopping journey into the dark world of crime, betrayal, and survival. The movie follows the life of a poor young man who dreams of becoming powerful in a society where the weak are crushed. He enters the underworld, starting with small crimes, but his ambition pushes him higher. If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and make sure to like and share as well. Now, let's continue with the video. Step by step, he becomes one of the most feared gangsters in the city. But with power comes enemies. Rival gangs, corrupt politicians, and even his own friends turn against him. In the middle of this bloodshed, he finds love, but his dangerous life drags his loved ones into chaos. Torn between his heart and his empire, he makes choices that lead to betrayal, violence, and heartbreak. As the walls close in, the gangster must face the ultimate truth. No matter how high you rise in the world of crime, the end is always the same: either prison or death. Every gangster has a past. Every empire has a price. And every king of the underworld must face his downfall. The Gangster is a gripping tale of ambition, betrayal, love, and revenge that will keep you glued till the very last moment. The movie begins with a poor boy who grows up in the streets, watching rich men and criminals control the city. Tired of poverty and humiliation, he decides that power is the only way to survive. He starts doing petty jobs for local thugs, running errands, collecting money, and protecting illegal businesses. Slowly, his fearlessness and sharp mind make him stand out. As the years pass, he rises from a small-time street thug to a feared gangster. He builds a loyal gang, takes over territories, and eliminates rivals. The city trembles at his name. But in his journey to the top, he also makes dangerous enemies: other gang leaders, corrupt police officers, and greedy politicians who all want a share of his empire. Amidst this chaos, he falls in love with a simple, innocent woman. She becomes his only source of peace in a violent life. But his world of crime drags her into danger. The more he tries to protect her, the more enemies target her to weaken him. Torn between love and power, he struggles to keep both. Soon betrayal strikes. One of his closest friends joins hands with his rivals. A bloody gang war erupts, leaving bodies on every street corner. His empire begins to collapse as trust turns into suspicion, and loyalty turns into greed. The police launch a massive crackdown, and the gangster realizes he is running out of time. And the climax, surrounded by enemies and betrayed by those he once called brothers, he fights his final battle. With guns blazing and blood spilling, he refuses to surrender. But the underworld has only two exits. If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and make sure to like and share as well. Now, let's continue with the video. Prison or death. His story ends with tragedy, proving that no matter how powerful a gangster becomes, his empire never lasts forever. What happens when a poor boy rises from the dark alleys of the city to become its most feared gangster? The Gangster is a story of ambition, power, love, betrayal, and a tragic downfall. The movie opens with the childhood of a boy living in poverty. His father works hard but earns little, and his mother struggles to feed the family. He grows up watching the rich and powerful dominate the weak. One day, when his father is humiliated by a local politician and thugs, the boy makes a silent promise: he will never be powerless again. A teenager, he starts working for small-time criminals. He delivers packages, runs errands, and slowly learns the rules of the street: loyalty, fear, and violence. He proves himself by standing up to older thugs and earns respect. Soon, he becomes the right-hand man of a local don. But ambition burns inside him. He doesn't want to remain a servant. He wants to rule. After his boss betrays him during a police raid, he decides to break free. Gathering a few loyal friends, he forms his own gang. Together, they attack rival gangs, seize territories, and control smuggling, gambling, and extortion. In just a few years, his name spreads like wildfire. The people fear him, the police hate him, and the politicians secretly use him for their own gain. During this rise, he meets a young woman who is kind, innocent, and different from his violent world. She sees the human side of him, the broken boy behind the gangster's mask. Slowly, they fall in love. She begs him to leave his dangerous life, but he believes he is too deep in blood to ever escape. Still, she becomes his weakness, and his only reason for a better future. As his empire grows, so do his enemies. Rival gangsters unite to destroy him. Corrupt police officers plot to arrest him. Politicians who once used him now want him eliminated. Worst of all, betrayal comes from inside his own circle. One of his closest friends, jealous of his power, secretly joins hands with his rivals. What follows is a bloody gang war. Streets burn with violence, his men are killed one by one, and the city turns into a battlefield. The gangster, once untouchable, begins to lose everything. His lover becomes a target, forcing him to choose between protecting her and protecting his empire. In the final act, he is cornered. Surrounded by enemies, betrayed by friends, and hunted by police, he prepares for one last stand. With guns in both hands, he fights like a lion, refusing to surrender. The battle is brutal, and though he kills many, he is finally overpowered. In his dying moments, he remembers his mother, his lost childhood, and the woman he loved. His empire crumbles, his men are gone, and his name is written in blood. The movie ends with a powerful message. No matter how high you rise in the world of crime, the fall is inevitable. If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and make sure to like and share as well. Now, let's continue with the video. From the dusty streets of poverty to the bloody throne of the underworld, The Gangster is a journey of a man who dreamed of power, tasted love, and faced betrayal. But in the dark world of crime, every rise has a fall. The story begins in a small, poor neighborhood where a boy named Arjun, or your chosen name, lives with his family. His father is a factory worker, always struggling to make ends meet, while his mother sacrifices everything to keep the family alive. From a young age, Arjun sees how society treats the poor, with disrespect and cruelty. One day, his father is beaten by local goons for refusing to pay bribes. That moment burns inside Arjun's heart. He swears he will never let poverty and weakness control his life. As he grows older, Arjun drops out of school and starts spending time on the streets. He does odd jobs, delivering illegal goods, carrying messages, and collecting money for local thugs. His sharp mind and fearless attitude soon catch the eye of a powerful local don, Malik. Malik takes Arjun under his wing, teaching him how the underworld works: loyalty, fear, and control. At first, Arjun is loyal, but when Malik betrays him during a police raid to save himself, Arjun realizes the harsh truth: trust means nothing in crime. With anger and ambition, he decides to rise on his own. Arjun gathers a small group of friends from the streets. Together, they start by robbing rival gangs, hijacking smuggling routes, and attacking enemies at night. Slowly, his reputation grows. People begin to whisper his name with fear: the Gangster. Soon, Arjun controls gambling dens, smuggling operations, and extortion businesses across the city. Politicians secretly hire him to silence rivals. Corrupt police officers take bribes to look the other way. In just a few years, he becomes one of the most feared men in the city. But amidst all this chaos, something unexpected happens. Arjun meets Simran, a schoolteacher who is gentle, kind, and full of hope. Unlike others, she doesn't fear him. She sees the wounded child behind his violent face. Slowly, Arjun falls in love with her. Simran becomes his peace in the storm, his only dream of living a normal life. She begs him to leave crime, to live simply, but Arjun tells her, "The blood on my hands can never be washed away." Still, he promises to protect her at any cost. But the underworld has no happy endings. Arjun's rivals, jealous of his empire, unite against him. Malik, the old don he betrayed, returns for revenge. Corrupt politicians turn against him, fearing his power. And worst of all, one of his most trusted friends, Ravi, betrays him. If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and make sure to like and share as well. Now, let's continue with the video. Ravi leaks Arjun's secrets to enemies in exchange for money and power. A bloody gang war breaks out. Streets are filled with gunfights, bombs, and dead bodies. The police launch a massive crackdown, declaring Arjun the most wanted criminal. His men are arrested or killed one by one. In the middle of this chaos, Simran becomes a target. Rivals kidnap her, forcing Arjun into a deadly trap. In a heart-wrenching scene, he fights desperately to save her, but she is caught in the crossfire and dies in his arms. This shatters Arjun completely. The ruthless gangster who once feared nothing now feels the pain of loss. Broken but not defeated, Arjun seeks revenge. In the final act, he storms his enemy's hideout, killing everyone in sight, including Ravi and Malik. The battle is brutal, with explosions and gunfire shaking the city. Covered in blood, Arjun fights like a lion, refusing to surrender. But in the end, he is outnumbered. Surrounded by police and enemies, with no escape left, he fights until his last bullet. Arjun falls, bleeding on the streets where he once began his journey. His empire collapses, his name lives only in whispers, and his story ends with tragedy. Power, money, and fear built his empire. But betrayal, love, and fate destroyed it. This is the unforgettable story of the gangster, a man who ruled the streets, but couldn't escape his destiny. The story begins in the narrow lanes of a poor neighborhood. Arjun, the protagonist, grows up watching his parents struggle. His father is a hard-working factory worker who believes in honesty, but his honesty brings only hunger and humiliation. One night, when his father refuses to pay bribes, local goons beat him in front of the entire community. That night, little Arjun realizes, respect doesn't come from truth, it comes from power. The teenager, Arjun leaves school and starts working in the streets. He delivers illegal goods, carries weapons, and slowly becomes part of the criminal world. His courage impresses Malik, the local don, who takes him in like a son. Arjun learns how the underworld works. Money buys loyalty, fear controls people, and betrayal is common. One day, the police raid Malik's hideout. To save himself, Malik sacrifices Arjun, leaving him behind. Arjun barely escapes, wounded and broken. The betrayal changes him forever. No longer willing to serve anyone, he decides to build his own empire. If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and make sure to like and share as well. Now, let's continue with the video. With a few loyal friends, Arjun starts his own gang. They rob rival smugglers, take over gambling dens, and kill anyone who stands in their way. The city soon trembles at his name. The gangster becomes a legend. At the peak of his rise, Arjun meets Simran, a simple schoolteacher. She is everything he is not: kind, honest, and pure. At first, Simran rejects him, saying she wants nothing to do with crime. But Arjun's sincerity wins her heart. She sees the broken boy behind the gangster. For the first time, Arjun dreams of leaving his violent life and living peacefully. But the underworld doesn't let people go so easily. As Arjun's empire grows, so do his enemies. Rival dons form alliances to destroy him. Politicians who once supported him now fear him. Corrupt police officers plot against him. But the most painful betrayal comes from within. His closest friend Ravi secretly joins hands with Malik, the old don Arjun once dethroned. The betrayal explodes into a bloody war. Streets turn into battlefields, bombs rock the city, and bodies pile up. Arjun loses many loyal men. Simran begs him to run away with her, but Arjun believes leaving would make him weak. He promises her safety, but fate has other plans. Ravi kidnaps Simran to trap Arjun. In a desperate rescue attempt, Arjun storms into the enemy's den. A violent shootout follows. Though Arjun kills many rivals, Simran is fatally shot. She dies in his arms, whispering, "You could have been more than this." Her death shatters Arjun's soul. Blinded by rage, Arjun goes on a killing spree. He wipes out Malik and Ravi in a brutal showdown. But his empire is already crumbling. The police surround him, helicopters hover above, and enemies block every escape. In his last stand, Arjun fights like a lion, gunning down dozens. But bullets rain down on him. Bleeding, he falls to his knees in the same streets where he once dreamed of power. With his final breath, he remembers his mother's words, that no empire built on blood can last. The screen fades as Arjun lies lifeless, his empire in ruins. His name remains in whispers, a legend of both fear and tragedy. The gangster's rise was glorious, but his fall was inevitable.